I don't know what I did. What I did? What did I do? I don't even know what I did. Oh, there I go, right there. Y'all see that flag right there? Look at that American flag. Look at that American flag. That American flag something. What do it mean? What that flag stand for? What that flag mean to y'all? What do it mean? Look at that. Look at that American flag. Nice little breeze coming by, moving it a little bit, enough for you to see what it is. And y'all see the title of this live? Trump has showed us it is what it is. It is what it is. The it is in uppercase. I capitalized the it. I turned it into a pronoun. Do you know what it is when it comes to Trump? In 8-9 months, everything that everybody say this man couldn't do, wouldn't do, against the law, shouldn't do, I'm not going for it, they not gonna vote, it's not gonna happen. All of it happened. All of it. Trump run this whole country. He been indicted, he going to prison. What prison? That man ain't going no damn jail. I told y'all then when he got indicted he wasn't going to jail. But Taki got 34 felonies. Nah, that's you and me with 34 felonies going to jail. See? That's your mother, my father, your brother, your friend, the pastor. Everybody get a certain amount of felonies. Usually for us, poor, black, and in trouble, you get an indictment. Fuck the felony, just any type of indictment. We so scared and shaking and genuflecting. We go down there and ask the man, well, how long I gotta go away, man? But Trump is running this camp, man.
What's going on, superstar? You know?
And everybody that think he ain't running this camp, they keep fooling themselves. In fact, they talking to themselves. They do what I'm doing now, talking to this damn phone. I've been hearing it for 9 months. Trump can't do this. They not gonna let him do that. Trump like a spoiled baby. He get everything he want. All that woulda, coulda, shoulda, and maybe they not gonna. Stop lying to yourself. Trump then took a 31-year-old man that was assassinated, that didn't hold a political position, and went out there and sent Air Force Two to pick his wife up, his dead body, with the vice president, fly him to Arizona to his home, and now the Senate voted and passed a national day of remembrance for Charlie Kirk, October the 14th. And here's a man that ain't created matches, napkins, ain't discovered black pepper, none of it. Yeah. They say, well, he can't do that. Well, look at your calendar. Trump said, I'm gonna rename the Gulf of Mexico. Fuck that Mexico shit. Ain't no goddamn Gulf of Mexico, it's the Gulf of America. He can't do that. They not gonna let him. Really? Go to Google right now and look up golf and see what that shit say. Tell your kids, since he can't do that, tell all your kids in grades K through 12, when they get the test question, is it the Gulf of Mexico, the Gulf of America, the Gulf of Georgia, the Gulf of whatever? Tell them check something other than Gulf of America, and then you explain why they got that motherfucking question wrong. if he can't do that, because the shit done. Go to Google Earth. Y'all love Google. Oh, I just go to Google. Fuck Trump. Go to Google and watch what it say when you look it up. That shit don't say Gulf of Mexico no more. See, it's a fallacy, man. It's a poor man's conversation. That's what it is. When people walking around there saying he can't do that and he ain't doing that and they not gonna let him, and that's a poor man's conversation. That's the motherfucker that ain't close enough to know what can really happen. The man do what he want. It ain't got nothing to do with the law. But the Constitution, well, go get the Constitution. Because that's the only place you're going to find that it ain't taking place. Soon as you finish reading the Constitution, where you're going to swear you can't do that, and you look up and walk into this real world, it's being done. That's all you got to do. See, the shit sounds slick. Yeah, the shit sounds slick when you tell somebody they not going to be able to do that. Watch. I remember my little brother got stopped by the police. He gonna call me. They can't lock me up for this. I say, you think you in court? It's 9:30. You out on the highway with two other niggas. You think you at the courthouse, don't you? They can't lock me up for this. Watch what he get ready to do if you don't give him that goddamn shit he asking for. Yeah, but this against the... Listen, man, it's whatever you say. You out there 9:30 at night. If you want to play lawyer and you know some shit that's going to prevent him from pulling his handcuffs out and him and his homies dragging your dumb ass to the ground and arresting you while you scream you can't do this, go right ahead, man. We gonna get you out on bail. You ain't got. We not gonna say we ain't gonna get you out on bail. But you sound dumb as a motherfucker. It's 3 or 4 of them with guns. They get ready to lock you up, and you quoting the law. Once you get convinced one way or the other, just call us back and let us know what happened, man. And they locked this dumb ass up while he's screaming, you can't lock me up. It's the craziest shit, man. That's why when we talk about free speech, because that's the thing now, Trump is attacking free speech. Your mother attacked free speech when you was living with her. Your father attacked free speech when you was living with him. Anybody you lived with growing up attacked free speech. Your fucking pastor, the synagogue, all that shit attacked free speech. You want an example? Say what you want. Your mother ain't never told you, I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't want to hear that shit in here. See, your mother. Now, fuck all that Trump shit. Niggas gonna wait till they understand Trump and say, he's attacking free speech. No, your mother taught you how to lie. Oh, the president, he's lying. No, your parents taught you how to lie when the Jehovah's Witness was knocking on the door. And they say, shh. And you say, mommy, shh, for what? It's the lady and she looks nice. Let me soften the lie. Just tell her your mother not here. See? Everybody want to say, you learn how to lie at school. No, you learn how to lie. See, it's some things you learn at home. Lying, cursing, manipulation, all that shit you just learn through at home. And then we want to say, well, Trump be lying. Well, find a nigga that don't lie. I don't know one. When my daughter thought she could sing and we had to pay for them lessons, it was the worst motherfucking time in my bank account. I was so glad when she finally found something else to do. But I couldn't tell her, like, your ass can't sing. And we gotta pay for these damn lessons. Why? Because the cost of me saying that to my daughter was too high. Why? Her self-esteem. She's 6 years old. Her mother at the time we was together, she probably ain't gonna sleep with me for 3 months or some bullshit. The cost. So this idea of, can you say what you want? Of course you can say what you want. But certain times when you say it, you gotta be willing to pay the cost. That's all it is. Right here in the chat, y'all running y'all mouth talking about what y'all saying. It's a cost to you putting stuff in the chat. What's the cost? The minimum cost is me. I could block you from the channel, or I could remove the statement you just made. A larger cost is YouTube. YouTube could end my live. They could say, Top, you need some monitors or moderators. You need to control what's coming through your chat and all of this, because it might be hate speech. Y'all might be attacking each other. Because right now I'm not even reading the shit. I'm not gonna read the chats until we get 500 people in here. Right now we got 380 some people on this live. Once we get 500 people in here, I'm gonna start looking at the chats. I'm gonna start blocking y'all ass from the channel, all that dumb shit. You gonna say, well, that ain't right. No, but it's the cost. Because you wanna pop that shit, it's a cost to that. The First Amendment of the United States Constitution, freedom of speech. The government or no entity should abridge or persecute or penalize, but it doesn't protect you from the cost. That's all, the cost. So if you want to sit up there and when I ran away from home for 3.5 hot days, and my friend's mother let me stay there, and she was never known for cooking. Her son had been told me that shit. But you think I was gonna say these pancakes don't taste right and I'm gonna run away? Nah, because the cost of me saying these pancakes don't taste right. That's all. But can you say what you want? Go ahead. If you can pay the cost. That's all I'm gonna say to you. If you can't pay the cost, you gotta go. My sister did that shit to me with cereal. My mother put me out at 16. I went and lived with my sister. She had her own place. I'm watching my nephews as my sister go to work. My sister come home one day. Who opened up the Fruit Loop cereal? I said, I did. Why you open up that box of cereal and we still got Cheerios, they not gone? I'm 16, smoking weed, stupid as a motherfucker. I said, do you eat all the hot dogs before you fix a goddamn hamburger? You know what she told me? She said, motherfucker, I don't care what you eat. In here, you go through one box of cereal, then you open another one. You go through that box of cereal, then you open another one. What I'ma say? It ain't what's fair. It ain't what's right. It ain't what's moral. It's her fucking crib. Go back to Trump. What they gonna say? They going along to get along. See, that's why I respect Trump. You know why I respect Trump? Because Trump is being him. Trump is being him. It's these other people on the Senate, Congress, your representatives and all that. They the ones genuflecting. They the ones bowing down. You can see some of them when they speak on the mic. They look like hostages, like a motherfucker gave them a script to read and say, nigga, read this when you get out there in front of the camera. Some of them say it emphatically. You can see in their cadence and their energy, that's what they stand on. But a lot of them, you can read the body language. Man, they making me say this shit, but I gotta say it. No, you ain't gotta say it, but you done sold your fucking soul because what you plugged into, you don't want to stand on that. So now you done sold your soul. So now you standing up there like a trained hostage, talking about these policies would be great. You know you don't believe the shit. That's why you had to read it 10 times. When you believe the shit, you can peruse through the policy, grab some speaking points, and stand on it like you wrote it, because it's in you. You believe it. So when it comes to free speech, and the protection and all that, you got it mixed up. Can you speak freely? Of course you can speak freely. Is it a cost? Absolutely. You do not get protection from the cost. See? You don't. You think I'm lying? I make money off of this YouTube, right? You think I'm gonna let y'all sit in here and pop off about the Jews? Huh? Hell no, I'm gonna block you. Why? Because if I let you sit here denigrating and attacking different certain communities, especially the Jewish people, it don't matter if what they doing is right or wrong. See, y'all got it mixed up. Y'all think the cost of free speech is tied into morality, what's right, what's legal, what's ethical, what's just. Yeah, those are all separate entities. They're separate entities. It has nothing to do whether it's right or not. It's who's in the position to persecute or hold you responsible or come down on you or exact their power on you. You work somewhere, everybody working somewhere, and people got their own business. I'm in front of McDonald's, right? I'm in front of McDonald's eating my breakfast. You think I can go in there and say what I want? I can't go in there and say what I want. You think if I worked at McDonald's, I could say what I want to my manager? Heck no. Even if they wrong, even if they have a different style of life, or even if they represent something different, I can't say. I can. Can I physically utter? Can I audibly express? Can I vocally get it out there? Yeah. Whatever physiology is involved, you can say it, you can speak it. I'm saying to you, can you do it without a cost? There's a cost to it all. And that's the thing you want to be mindful of. It's a cost. It just costs. And sometimes it's way more expensive than what we're willing to pay. That's all I'm saying to you guys. I've been in situations I want to say something. I don't say nothing. Why? I might be doing some work for a client. I might be doing some work for a business. I might be doing something for myself. It involves an invoice, some monies and something like that. I can speak about something morally, ethically, legally, and all that. Nah, man. I sit there right there and let the guy or the woman sound like the fucking expert. Because I don't want it to cut into my business with them. It don't matter to me. If she a horticulturalist, fine. She a biologist, fine. Something happened on the moon and in 5 minutes she turned into an astronomist, I don't care. I'm just here to paint the walls. I'm just here to build the deck out. I'm just here to take her car somewhere because she can't pay for the insurance and make it disappear so they give her policy. Now, these aren't real reasons I'm there. I'm just giving you examples. But don't think at your job, in your relationship, in your family, there's not some associated cost, whether it be monetary, whether it be emotional, psychological, to what you're doing. You go for a job interview, right? You know, you got the knowledge, you got 10 years experience. I go for the same interview. I got the knowledge, we got the same experience. We the same height, same gender, same ethnicity, all that bullshit. All things being equal. But we dress different. Now, the dressing don't affect what we do at the work because we're not directly facing customers. We're not shaking hands with clients, and we're not the ones marketing or procuring constituents, right? So we don't have any human interaction. We're just performing a task unseen by the people who pay the company. But guess what the cost is of me dressing like I'm clean. I got on deodorant. Ain't nothing wrong with me. But the cost of me dressing a certain way versus the other person sitting in front of the interviewer or on the Zoom call, they not going to say to you, I don't like Adidas or I don't like Reebok. I don't like niggas with hoodies on. You think they going to say that shit? No. But in their mind, they going to say, here's a nigga with a hoodie on. And here's a motherfucker with a flannel shirt or a polo shirt, and he got it buttoned up. Neither one of us ever gonna see a customer at your company. And everything else is equal. Our experience, our documentation in terms of any certifications or certificates we got for what that task is we do. But you don't know that that person interviewing you ain't gonna hire your ass just because of what you got on. That's the cost that I have to pay. Now, I had somebody tell me not too long ago, and it was a client. They said, "Talk, you must got some money." I said, "Nah, I ain't got no money. If I had the money, why would I need you as a client?" "Nah, I was watching this news report, and there was this IPO, and all the guys had hoodies on, and they were like owners or co-founders." I started laughing. You know what that let me know? Even though he said that in that moment, that motherfucker been sizing me up because he see me in hoodies. See? And the typical stereotype in urban America with a motherfucker that's being discerned or identified as a nigga with a hoodie is that background. Because why would you even be thinking about me when you see other people with a hoodie on to even clean up what your thought was about me? Not that I care, but it's a cost. I'm glad he ran into that. Because the next time I need an opportunity with his company, I don't want him to be saying, "Yeah, dude did good work, but I ain't fucking with these niggas wearing hoodies." And I'm just saying it in a more superficial, simplistic way, but I'm telling you it's in there, man. It's in there. So when you talk about the Constitution, when you talk about freedom of speech, when you talk about your rights, yeah, it's something called rights. But that's just some shit on paper. When it goes to applying rights, when it goes to litigation, when it goes to representation, there's going to be some mitigating circumstances in there. How much money you got, who you know, what your fucking race is, where you come from, all that other shit. That we gonna hurry up and say, "They can't do that." You motherfuckers sound so crazy with the "they can't do that." We're not talking about what they can't do, man. We're talking about what's being done, what has been done, and what will be done. Not they can't do that. We got a president with 34 felonies. Right now. If I go right around the corner and apply for a job at Starbucks, you know what they gonna do? "Oh, you seem like a wonderful guy, but you got this one goddamn felony." And you know what my argument gonna be? Well, the president got 34. Shouldn't there be a new bar to this shit? Shouldn't y'all be rewriting the policy? Can I reference that? That's what they do in law. Ain't that what they do in law? In law, what they do? The judges, they file motions. The lawyers, they file motions. What do? They say, "Your Honor, we got case law showing that, in 19 or 2000 and this, such and such versus so and so, it was established, it was a precedence made, even though this law existed before that, there was a precedent set that showed that boom, boom, boom." They do that all day. Why can't I do that? Why can't I say, or why can't my nephew say, or why can't your nephew say, or your whoever, "Hey, look, there's a new precedent set. If you can have 34 felonies and be the president, why you can't work at Starbucks with one felony, or two felonies, or 17, which is still only 50% of the 34. Now, I know that sounds crazy, right? I'm just using that as an analogy to what's happening versus what's on paper. That's all. But other than that, these goddamn pancakes, they still taste all right even though they're cold. And that's only because this coffee is so damn hot. That's the thing, when it comes to coffee, there's 3 spots for me. Starbucks, McDonald's, and Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts is number one for me. As far as taste, is number one. Customer service is number one. Out of those three, I'm just giving to you out of those three. They number one. It's really about the taste. Starbucks is all right, but Starbucks coffee not that good. I know they got 100 million variations. I'm telling you, to me, it's not that good. What makes Starbucks work for me, Starbucks is like this third place. It's where you can go and socially engage with people and get cool with them, but you don't want to take these motherfuckers home with you. So Starbucks is the third place, and it works wonderful. So I like Starbucks, but it's not the coffee. Dunkin' Donuts is the coffee because I never sit in there. McDonald's, though, here's the number one thing McDonald's coffee got going. The shit be hot if you ask for it. The shit be hot. As an OG, I need to feel the heat in my hands, man. I'm just rating the coffee. I'm not being paid for that. All right, so what we got? All right, we got 473 people in here. I just need 27 more. I'm not such a hard ass. If we get to 490, I'm gonna start pinning the clips. Yeah. And I got to weigh in about what I saw yesterday. That whole funeral service, basically the whole cabinet of the White House, as well as the president, vice president, secretary of state or secretary of war, everybody weighing in. We gotta say something about that, because I didn't even know this guy Charlie Kirk was as great as they saying he is. I don't know. That's the question. What did he do that made him so good? But see, that question right there. So the big homies just say, what did he do? See, that's a great question. What did he do that makes him a martyr? What did Charlie Kirk do that makes where the Senate passed, hands down vote, the Remembrance Day for Charlie Kirk on October the 14th?
That's on the same level as Martin Luther King.
See, what did he do? Now, I'll say this. He was an activist, but he didn't hold a political seat. He was 31 years old, but he didn't hold a political seat. He didn't invent anything. He had an organization, and he still does, his wife, Turning Point. In terms of a gathering or a crowd or a content creator or influencer, 7.5 million subscribers, I think in YouTube, 5.7 million subscribers probably in TikTok. I think he had over 4 million followers in Facebook. So as far as the social media and the youth, the Gen Z, he had them. He was 31 years old. Now, he says some crazy radical shit depending on how you hear it, how you process it, maybe your generation, maybe your age. So different ages hear what he say and they process it different, which is expected. Different generations, the same thing means something different to different generations. But what did he actually do? Here's the reality though. Whether he did something or not, he's not the person that makes him a martyr. No, he don't self-appoint himself a martyr. He didn't self-appoint himself a Remembrance Day. He has nothing to do with it. That's my point. That's why the title of this is Trump is showing you it is what it is. You just have to identify what it is, which is the uppercase I-T. See, it's like when somebody say is, that little word, I-S, is. It means essence. Is the essence. What it is what you have to identify. Yeah, that's the flag. That's the flag. That's what it is. Yeah. So now,